Welcome to Letters to Rising Leaders. It's a podcast series about God, soul, love, and leadership. And I'm your host, Tom Mohr. If you're following along with my book, Letters to Rising Leaders, this is week 5, and the topic is pluralism. Back when I was in college, in my second year of college, this was in the mid-70s, I got this harebrained idea to take a year off and to travel around the world. And I was able to convince this friend of mine to join me. And we did it. We took a trip around the world. And it was the most incredible thing. We, flew out of Toronto, got to San Francisco and on to Hawaii, and then went to American Samoa Islands and then on to Fiji. We hitchhiked across Australia. We took a boat for multiple days up the Irrawaddy River in Burma. We saw Mount Everest in Nepal. We went across northern India and saw the Taj Mahal outside of New Delhi. We then went up and went through the Khyber Pass into Pakistan and across Pakistan into Afghanistan. And then from there on to Iran and down into Syria and Jordan and Israel, and then on from there up into Europe. And what happened for me was this expansion of my whole worldview. I was struck by the beauty and the diversity of this world we live in, geographically, architecturally, culturally, in terms of language, and yes, in terms of faith traditions. On our trip, we saw the Buddhist temples that line the Irrawaddy River in Burma. We saw the Shah Mosque in Isfahan, Iran. We saw Hagia Sophia, which is that architectural wonder that was originally a Christian church and is now a mosque. We saw the old Temple Wall in Old Jerusalem, the Vatican, and on and on and on. It was really quite an experience. And, as one who grew up Protestant, simple services, United Church of Christ, now a Catholic, I have gone to High Mass in these beautiful cathedrals. I've had a unique experience in being able to see great diversity in faith traditions throughout this world. There's 2.5 billion Christians in the world, a couple billion Muslims, a billion Hindu, a billion non-religious, and then a billion of other faiths. It's a diverse world we live in. And as one who declares that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, right? For me, my Christian faith is at the center of my being. But do I have a right to stake some claim to superior goodness because of my Christian faith? I don't think so. Every human being on earth is loved by God. And we who are Christians are called to be leaders of goodness in this world, to interact with those around us as God would, from a posture of love and respect. God understands the circumstances that led every human being to the faith tradition or belief that they possess today, right? And I think what's more important is for us within our faith tradition, as in our case Christians, to seek to understand how God is calling us forward to deeper levels of understanding of Him and to the call that He is making to us to go out into the world to serve. And as we do, as we interact with those who are different from us, certainly in terms of faith, we do so with respect. We speak our truth, but we also listen. We seek to understand and to hear the truth of others. And I think when we do that, it enables us to shape shared values, which is the foundation of understanding and the foundation of our ability to do good in this diverse world that we live in. So, without going any longer, I'm going to turn to the song for the week. It's on this very topic. It's called Tear Down Our Walls. I hope you enjoy it.
Could I disrupt the heavens with a question as I journey on my ragged path towards you? I see all these other paths around me. So why do I hear there's just one path that's true? I've lived too long inside the walls of judgment. Sinner, saint, the chosen and the damned. Meanwhile, all around me are your children, taking different paths to the great I am. Tear down my walls, tear down my walls. Fly me headlong towards a bigger kind of love. Open my eyes, open my eyes to see all the branches of your river high above. Some folks pray with beads and some with carpets. Others like to read your holy word. And others come most close to you in nature. And others in a temple undisturbed. And others have wandered on their journeys. And others are angry or in pain. And you know all our stories. And you love us just the same. Tear down our walls, tear down our walls. Fly us headlong towards a bigger kind of love. Open our eyes, open our eyes to see all the branches of your river high above. Let us be your love. All roads meet in you. All roads meet in you. All roads meet in you. Take us home, God of me, God of you, God of all. Take us home, God of me, God of you, God of all. Take us home.
God of all, won't you tear down our walls and take us home? Well, that's it for today. I hope you'll join us next week for the next episode in this Letters to Rising Leaders podcast series. As I say each week, leader of goodness, go in faith to love and heal the world.